Hello. Hi, Michael from KC.
What's going on, Mike? How you feeling?
We doing good. Sorry you catching the tail end, but we talking about gangs and all that stuff. You know, we trying to. There was a killing by the house. I don't want to repeat that because I don't want to take up your time. So, what you got to say, Mike from Kansas City? Oh, hey, what's up? Okay, so yeah, this is my nephew who came out here to let me know that there was gangs in the neighborhood. Good for you. And you know your mom would choke you too. She wasn't going for that.
Straight up.
So yeah, continue on. I'm glad you're going. I like where you're going with that. Oh wow. Oh, I don't know. You tell me.
That's a good one right there. That's the worst one in my opinion.
Wow, Mike, you. Wow. So they have their own gang too. So you're right.
Straight up, square biz.
And we see a lot of times that a cop was a crooked cop or I don't want anybody to go out there and start like hating on all cops, you know, because just like, but you do have your bad and everything. There are some crooked cops out there, and you know there are some good cops. So you know, and you're right. You know, when you think about it, I guess you know they would have their own gang within.
I've heard people be handcuffed and still get whooped on by the police. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's completely helpless. They can't do anything. They get whooped on while they in handcuffs and get choked and all that. So that you know that's a big thing too.
And you know, Mike, a lot of people will probably that are listening are probably like, yeah, like I've witnessed this. You know, I've never, you know, I probably as a female and you know, attractive female, I've never actually had any problems with law enforcement besides them like trying to hand me their number. But I know a lot of guys, black, white, Latin, Asian, they have been harassed by police officers and things like that, and you know that's the unfortunate part, you know.
Yeah, because when they like when you in charge, it's like if you know you got a boss or something, they say who you gonna tell? I am the police. You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna go to? You know what I'm saying? I can do you wrong. Ain't nobody gonna find out about it. Who they gonna believe? You or me? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they get you sometimes.
And yeah, right. And in reality, you're saying this is my area. It's like you probably don't even own a house on that block. And how can you say you can't come on this turf? I mean, you still, I can see if you get free land there and things like that, but how can you block off some blocks and say this is my turf or whatever? You still got to pay rent. You don't own any property there. How can you say and claim that that's your area? And it's just so crazy because the person that you kill could actually be a really good person. Like if you just didn't look at the color or what gang they're in and things like that, that could actually be a good friend of yours. You know, you just never know. But people need to think outside the box and know that whenever you do things like that, you're taking somebody's loved one, and what goes around comes around. So just like in this case, unfortunately, from what they said, the baby that was killed, his dad was in a gang. That's what the report says. I don't quote me on that. And in that case, unfortunately, because of the lifestyle he chose, his baby was taken away, and that's so unfortunate. So if you're gonna do something, make for sure that it's not gonna jeopardize your loved ones. You know, don't put me at risk because you want to do something stupid.
Yeah, that stuff, you know, just being related to somebody that's in the gang, you know, you just at your cousin's house and you're unaware he got enemies. Somebody run up in your house with
right.
With
you don't know
some ammunition, and then it's just like you gone. And 9 times out of 10, the innocent ones be the ones that get it. You know, the worst. They the one that pass away. They the one that die.
Right.
And you know the people that brings the problem. Sometimes they make it through. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then and what when you retire, is there a retired gang member? And then what do you get? Do you get a retirement fund, or what do you get? You know. So what we can't whatever information or any more insight people want to give, go on my Facebook or Twitter or MySpace. We're actually running out of time. Mike, thank you so much for calling in, and spread the news. Like, talk to you. I want everybody to go to these boys and girl clubs and talk to the young kids and tell them that there's another way besides the gang life. So thank you so much for calling in. Mike from Kansas City. Uh-huh. 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 So what's give me the perks. Nothing? Uh-huh. And see, one of the guys that I questioned on the witness stand, when he speak, I mean, you swore that he had been in college all of his life. I mean, he spoke with so much intelligence, and he was a really nice guy. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Right. And sometimes they look at you and the life you lived and be like, well, how can you tell me when you did the same thing? But that's what people need to do is they say, look, this is why I'm telling you, because this is the life I've lived, and what do I have to show for it? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wow. Putting in work. Yeah, because you're supposed to, quote unquote, put in work, whatever that may be. It can vary, you know. And that was probably the best thing for him, that they kicked him out, because sometimes you want out and they don't want you out. You see what I'm saying? Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And with no life. And well, thank you for that, because a lot of like the caller said earlier, they didn't even know the gang still exists. Yes, it is a big issue. It's all, and unless you have teenage kids around, you won't even know it's in your neighborhood. So we're at the end of the hour. So if you need to talk to us or reach us, we have a website, www.straightfromthehorsesmouth.pitso.com and something like that. Go on my Facebook.
And your Facebook is what?
Pizzo.
CZ.
Pizzo. I'm sorry, my daughter's correcting me. And on Twitter, DJ K City and I are both on Twitter.
At DJ K City, just, you know, no space, underscore, anything. At DJ K City or at Hood Academy, or you can reach me on the .com, hoodacademy.com.
And follow me on Twitter. I'm following like 200 some people, and I only have like 98 followers. So guess what? You other people, I'm dropping you. So I'm only gonna follow the people that follow me.
You need some followers, man.
I love y'all. We'll be back next Wednesday. I don't know what the topic's gonna be, but go on Facebook and request Straight from the Horse's Mouth fan page. And we love you guys. We didn't give out anything this week, but I promise we'll make up for it next week.
in the hat.